Hello and welcome back to a Christmas Day edition of Kinlaig. My voice isn't 100% yet, although I am going to give it a shot, so I'm going to try and keep this episode more kind of clips here and there, and maybe a little bit of a time lapse as well. But I did promise you guys a Christmas Day episode, so here we go. First off, we did move firewood in here. We do have quite a quite a substantial amount of it now, and there is some onions in here we placed in later on last night. We do have a bit more outside. The firewood's piling up again, but we don't need to worry about it too much because there's no rain forecast for today, at least not for the next few hours anyway. We do have a few more onions. I think we need to top up what we have in there. Let's have a quick look. Yep, so we're down to 11,000 litres. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to actually get through everything, but we've done about 50,000 litres since, was it yesterday? I'm just checking here. I'm sure they went in March, so yeah, yesterday when we harvested it, it's done 40,000 litres so far, and it wasn't until the afternoon I think we started doing it, or kind of mid-morning I think maybe. So it shouldn't take too long to process however much we have left. It doesn't say it, that's very convenient. But we do have 68,000 litres of firewood, which we're going to keep an eye on the price. It's either that or the packed onions, which are actually coming up in price quite quickly. We're not too far, about £10,000 off of the best price. Firewood is, oh, that's almost £30,000 off the best price. Yeah, we're going to have to wait with the firewood, but the onions we could potentially sell today or tomorrow, I think. And we'll see how much onions we do have. There it goes, so 90, oh, it tells us here, I keep forgetting it's in here. So 164,000 litres in total. The jobs for today, we don't need to feed the cows yet, but we will check later on because that TMR mixer is a decent size mix, so I don't think they're going to run through it too quickly. The contracts we do need to complete, although there is a few today. We did cultivating on field 1 yesterday, £9,880. And stone picking on field 33, £8,309. So that is the completed ones done. We did have our, where is it, hire purchase. So we did have the £7,000 come out of the bank last night, just before the contracts we got paid for just now. So we're back up to £35,000 in the bank. I don't know if we do have time to do much contracts. We have harvesting, spinach, red beet and peas and carrots, no. Potentially cultivating later on, but what we did do, yesterday we ploughed field 16 and we have a worker out on field 13 ploughing it just now. Oh, both fields don't need lime, that's very handy. We also need to use a fast track, go and bale up the hay on field 17, because we got that tedded yesterday. We got it cut, tedded and windrowed, so it's just left to bale just now with that new baler. So we'll go make a start on that. And then we are going to cultivate field 17, which is this grass field we're away to bale. We need to put barley into field 13. Onions are going into this one, so we need to cultivate it. Cultivate it now, preferably. Before we start doing this, we're going to go and put some diesel in the fast track. I didn't check on that yesterday. We'll go and diesel up. We do have a plan for fishing. We did briefly mention this in the last episode that we were going to look into the fishing side of things. Since we've sort of streamlined, oh, it's not picking up the diesel there. Since we've kind of streamlined the time aspect of the forestry, kind of saving time, we need to top up that diesel tank as well. So we've got that yarder line in. So that's streamlined our forestry side, but now we need to jump into fishing because obviously we've only got our little fishing rod. It's okay, but it takes a while to catch the fish and it's not ideal. So we would like to get into fish farming. Let's just check how much we've got, 171 litres. Right, we are going to need, if I can get round here, we need to top that up. I'm not going to put in all that. Let's put 1,000 litres in, £1,650. So now 1,171 litres of diesel there. Just keeps it topped up, keeps the machines all running. So we did have a look around for the fishing, and actually not far from us, which you could probably see here. No, not in front of that building. We'll maybe take a run around later on, but there's houses in the distance there, and then just to the right there's a white tent. That is actually this production here. If I can remember which one it is. There, young fish breeding. It is, I believe it's about £95,000 to buy. So it's not cheap and we can't afford it just now. Although we are holding out till we sell the oats we've got, the packaged onions in December, and potentially some firewood as well. We're easily going to make that 95,000 and enough to pay some of the loan as well, because we do still have that loan outstanding. But we don't need the offshore farm for this yet, although it would take them from young salmon to salmon. There is a big price jump. However, we can work away and make good money off of the young salmon and young trout. I just need to figure out which one of these two is the better option to go with. So I'm going to do some working out in the background. As you can see, they're all different amounts. I'll do some working out in the background, and I know fish food is expensive, so I would like to get the fish food factory. Again, that's probably another 200 to 300,000 pounds as well, which we can't afford right now. However, we can work away in little amounts buying fish food from the store until we get to this point. And we are looking to put soybeans into one of our fields next year. So we'll have soybeans. We need flour, which obviously means we need the grain mill, which we don't have. Oh, windmill. So that could be an option. We'll have to look into that, although I don't know how much fish food we'll go through. So we need to check that first using store-bought, and then see if it is worthwhile doing it ourselves using the fish food factory. We obviously need either the windmill or a grain mill, and we obviously need an oil mill as well. Now there isn't one here on the map, so we will need to purchase that. So there is a massive cost involved. We need, to get one production, we need another two, oil mill and grain mill and the fish food factory to produce fish food. So it is very costly, and I don't want to go and expand the loan we've already got. I'd ideally like to get it paid off. But for now, we're going to bale all this up. Let's just make sure our bale is set. What sizes can we get? 220, 240, 180. Let's go 220. Stick in the middle. Right, we're going to get all this baled up and try not go into the edges, because I can see there is little bits of grass there that hasn't quite been picked up and pulled in with a windrow. Right, we'll get this baled up. That guy's working away on that field there. You can see he's ploughing away nicely. It would have been better going left to right on the field instead of up and down, I think. That would have saved me a little bit of diesel and wear on the tractor. It would have been a bit easier. Anyway, right, we're going to get cracking on with this. We will store the bales somewhere. I need to do something with the straw bales as well, because it's probably going to take a while, but I could probably cut them up somewhere, and maybe this field actually, once we're done this. Lay them all out with the bucket or the silage fork and kind of fluff it all up in the field and bale it up with this baler. That way we've got decent sized bales and it's not taking up a whole segment of that shed. But we'll take a look at that later on. But we're trying to, in this episode, get as close to December as we can. Obviously this is the Christmas Day episode, so happy Christmas everyone. Forgot to say that at the start. So yeah, we're going to try and get as close to December as we can to get stuff sold and hopefully pay off a chunk of the loan and get into fish farming. I don't know if it's all going to happen in this episode or if we're going to have to split up into 2 episodes, but there will be this one Christmas Day. Obviously you're watching it Christmas Day. There will be one on Monday and hopefully another one on New Year's Day as well. So we should, by New Year's, we should have the loan, a good chunk of it paid off. We'll be into fish farming and hopefully into planting season as well for putting onions into the field and anything else we need to put in, like soybeans as well. So let's get cracking on with today, and I'll give my voice a little bit of a rest and we'll see you later on this evening. So we'll do a little bit of clips here and there and maybe a bit of a time lapse as well. So we'll see you in a little bit. back here we've got the little John Deere tractor. As you can see, it's unhooked from the weeder because we did a weeding contract, and it was put onto the fertilizer spreader. We went across to that field, field 12, tried to spread fertilizer on it, but it won't let us because it's already into the first harvest stage. So it needs limed, it's got no fertilizer, so it's going to be a very poor yield, which is not ideal. We've got that field to do. We do have one more contract we need to take on because we do have a bit of rain at 8 o'clock tonight. It still looks like an okay day tomorrow. I would say tomorrow we're going to be doing that grass field, field 12. Cows are still looking good. Complete these contracts though. That's a weeding contract, £4,072. There's a little discrepancy with this one though, the weeding contract. We did rent the equipment, which was the big JCB Fast Track and a massive weeder. But it gave that photo of the weeder. If we look down on some of these, are they still here? Yeah, so like that one there gives you that type of weeder. This one gives you the type we've got. So I assumed our one wouldn't work because we've had that before. And I rented the equipment, but it turned out it was fine. So we were going to take on this contract with our weeder and try it since the last one worked, which is this contract here. So there's a £600 lease cost on it, although it would have probably worked without it, I'm not sure. £10,578, so we'll collect that. And finally, sow in the barley in field 33, £8,099. So that should bring us up to a decent amount now. Yeah, back up to 30, where we were before we repaired the Valtra. There's a couple that I would like to do, maybe these cultivating contracts here. It's just time is not on our side right now. There is a lot of harvesting contracts. There is one sorghum contract, but it's not really worth much. And it's all the way down the bottom of the map, taking it to the top of the map. So it's not ideal. Ploughing, potentially that one is not a bad size for £4,000. But this weeding one, it would definitely take that contract on and hope that our one works on this one. Productions, we just topped up the onion production not long ago. That's back up to, well, what's 50,000 litres in there. And the firewood still looks good there. We've kept moving it away, so we need to keep the production area clear now. The outgoing products, because it is away to rain. But we do now have 50,000 litres of onions, which at the best price is £63,000. Firewood, we've got 81,000 litres. The best price just now for that is £100,000. So that's the best price, sorry. The price just now is 70,000, so £30,000 of difference there. The onions as well, 63,000 at the best, 52 just now, so there's £10,000 of difference there. So we are going to wait till December, or if this rises up to £1,250-ish per 1,000 litres, we're going to sell them everything we've made until then. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get through it all though. What have we got left of onions? It still says 164,000 litres, but I don't think that's right. I think that's what we had last time. 164,000. Something's wrong there. We'll check that. Also, we spent a bit of the time this morning, as you can see. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll just see here. Oh, it is right. Yeah, so we have cleared out a good chunk here. That was about 50,000 litres. That's probably about right then. We can close this doors. We don't need these ones open just now. So yeah, we've still got our initial bales here. I think this is a smaller bale. Maybe not. There was a small bale. This is definitely a smaller bale. It wasn't quite a full bale. Yeah, 7,250 litres compared to 6,810. So that was all the bales we got off of our hayfield. Then what we did with this is painstakingly slow, and it took a few hours. That's why everything's kind of been on workers today. But we took all that little bales with a bucket on the telehandler, threw them into our TMR mixer, and it mulched it up, and then we spread it down the grass field there before we cultivated it into lines just out of the feed mixer as you were feeding cows. And then we went over it with the baler and rebaled up the initial bales. So now instead of having 300 and something bales, we've got, I think it was 28 in total. 28, yeah, it's full because they're slightly bigger for some reason. They're 8,250 litres. So 28 bales in total there instead of 330 something. So much more manageable, much neater, and it's easier just to grab one and throw it into the mix to make a big difference rather than 700 litres worth. But yeah, it's just that one contract for the weeding contract, which we need to get on with a worker and check the sale. Not really much we could do with, although there is a windrower. 8.4 meters, what's our one currently at? It's in grass care, windrowers. So 3 meters up to 8.4 meters, still 9 miles an hour working width. Very tempting. It is a good upgrade. It's only 6,700. So the contract we're away to do, yeah, that's going to pay for it. Let's do it. Let's get this one in the sale. We're not going to finance it. We're just going to purchase it outright. No point in financing a little amount like this. Anything under 10,000, I think we should be able to purchase outright, unless we're struggling for money, which we kind of are just now, because we really need to purchase the fish production. But this is only 7,000, so let's buy that, and it is a much bigger working width for us, so that's good. That also means we can sell the other little windrower, which I don't know what the value would be. It probably needs repaired as well. Oh, 80%, yeah. Well, what we're going to do, I'm just trying to think the best way to work. There's not an easy way to work it. Right, we're going to jump in here. We are going to get this thing ready. We'll drop off the fertilizer spreader here. We're going to go and send a worker up with this tractor to the weeding contract. We're going to run down the bottom of our field there. You can see in the distance the fast track. We're going to run down there, grab the fast track, bring it back up, and it's going to take the old windrower down to the store. We'll leave this one out here. In fact, before we run away with this tractor, or the guy comes to get it, we need to put some fuel in, because it is quite low. Now, yeah, we're going to take our windrower down with the JCB, get the new windrower once we sell the old one, see how much we get for that, and I think we'll maybe just jump into tomorrow, once that field has been finished, obviously, to try and get ahead of the game. That'll be enough fuel. That's going to fill up full, yeah. Right, let's get finished off for today, hopefully jump into tomorrow. Well, that's us down at the store now. Just out of curiosity, I want to see how much it's going to cost to repair the fast track. Probably quite substantial, but anyway, right, let's get this one done. So £979 to repair it. Oh, really? £979 to repair it. That was the wrong button. So £979 to repair it, and it's only valued at £495. I should not have looked at that first. Oh no. Well, yeah, we lost about £400 odd there. Well, I'm not going to repaint it because there's no way that is going to bring the value back up to anything remotely close. So let's just sell it like that and make a little bit of a loss. But we got £495, so that's something. Right, that's £334. We're going to repair that, and this is only £877. It's pretty good condition, so let's just do it anyway. It saves us a massive bill later on. Right, well, that wasn't so productive. I mean, we got rid of the old one to pick up this new one, but yeah, that's not what I wanted. But anyway, it's done. We lost a little bit of money on it. But on the plus side, we've now got this, which is a much bigger working with, and it's going to be able to allow us to get more done more efficiently. We're going to upgrade stuff as we go, obviously, just to get bigger implements, but not too big, because you've got to remember, this is a Scottish map. We don't really have huge equipment. Well, it's just now into next month. We're into October. We've got the worker away. It's just after 7:30 in the morning. And it should tell us if I move out of the way before he runs me over. There we go. So now we're in the final stage, 35% yield bonus. And we're going to average our potential of 218,357 litres of grass from here. So I don't know if that's a potential from 100% yield bonus or a potential for what we get now if we get every single little blade of grass cut. But yeah, 217,000, tell me there. Yeah, 218,000. I thought it was 217. 218. Right, that's not too bad. 17.7 tonnes a hectare. Right, we're going to wait until he's done just a little bit more than the headlands. So wait until he's on the up and down passes. Then we're going to go up with the windrower and get that sorted out. But now, if we can nip through the bushes here. Yeah, this can't be rolled. This is now growing. Yeah. It says needs rolling, but I don't think you can roll this because it's already started growing. I don't want to go and delete bits of the field. Right. There's not really much for us to do this morning until he gets going. But yeah, let's have a quick check to see what's in our sale. The windrower we sold yesterday looks to be, well, it's 32 months old. I don't think we've had that for that long. I don't think it's been ran for 29 hours, but if it is, that's a bit annoying if they only took £500 for us and now they're putting it back up. Probably a quick repaint, to be honest, and it's worth 5,800. Yeah, kind of annoying. Oh well. Right. Contracts, we can complete that weeding contract from yesterday, £9,628. That boosts the bank. That covers the payments from today as well, so we're back up to £27,000 in the bank. There's a lot of harvesting contracts. Cotton, that's not happening, not in Scotland. Parsnips. I don't want to take on contracts like this because they take far too long. Corn, I don't think we do corn in Scotland, to be honest. It's not the right climate. Sunflowers, potentially. Where's our field? Oh, it's not far from the farm, actually. There's the sell point's a good bit away. That's potentially something for later on. Red beets, again, takes quite a while to do. Corn, yep, no, and definitely not cotton, because I don't think we do cotton here in Scotland. Ploughing contract could potentially take on a worker for that with the £600 release cost, but it's a much bigger plough and it get it done quicker. In fact, we'd have to, because it frees up the tractors, because we need something's been added or taken away because it moved there. Stone picking is not a bad contract, actually. We can just hire the equipment, leave the worker on it, and they just kind of work away doing it themselves. And it's not like harvest. We don't need to be beside them all the time with a trailer getting ready to unload it. Let's see if it was one here. No, it wasn't a harvesting contract. Potentially a cultivating contract. Yeah, well, we've collected all the money for that. They're doing fine for feed. We'll probably top up the feed maybe later on tonight or tomorrow morning to keep them going. We probably put a bit more onions in, and we need to see about getting some trees. Although, this is October, and our best price for firewood, it says 1,300 in February. We'll keep an eye on that, but I don't think we need to put much more firewood in. Much more wood into the production, because it multiplies. 6 to 7 litres of wood goes in, makes 100 litres of firewood coming out. I don't think we need to put any more wood in. Once it gets down to maybe the last 100 litres or so, we'll just stop the production. Bearing in mind it's been running for a few months now and it's £1,200 a month. This as well, it's only £240 a month. But it won't be long until we get that sold as well. I forgot to check the price for, what do they call it, packaged onions. Or no, it's onions packed, that's the one. So right now £1,113 is the best price. 1,200, so we're only £100 away from the best price in December. So we could probably sell them tomorrow and take on our fish in November, which, if I can speed this episode up just a little bit, we may well just get that. Yeah, so we're still about 10,000 off the best price with the amount of litres we've got. Firewood, still a massive, yeah, we're going to have to wait with the firewood. That's too much money to lose. It's almost £35,000 of a loss to sell the firewood now compared to selling it in February. Or wait until that price is up very close to £1,200 per 1,000 litres. But yeah, right, we are going to get going. The train's coming. I wonder if there's any steam out the front of it this time. Probably not. Nope, nothing. It just does it once and then that's it for the rest of the time you're on the map until you reload it. Right, he's done one pass there. He's on a second pass now. So we're going to make a start with windrow in here. Check out this thing in action. Well, we've moved forward a little bit of time, and we were away to lime field 12, give it a coat of fertilizer, and we were going to look to getting a roller as well. However, we noticed just not long ago that there is a great demand here for firewood, and we have an abundance of it, so we are going to sell it all, or we're going to sell as much of it just now as we can until it runs out. I was just double checking there, so both fields 13, the barley field and field 12 needs rolled, and field 12, all of it needs limed as well. But let's have a quick look here. Where is our firewood? So the best price just now, I can't remember what it was, but I think it was maybe about £900 per 1,000 litres. The best price is 1,326, but the great demand makes it 1,329. So let's get this first one sold now. We usually put two rows wide, but we decided to put 3 on. We're going to do this for this load and the next load, because we should get 2 loads up with this. Right, let's see if we can get this all in one sale. There we go. £59,836. That is fantastic. Right, let's see how much firewood we have left. Still another 76,000. Oh, wow. So yeah, the 76,000 we've got at the yard, 94,000 would be the best price, but because there's a great demand, it's almost 8,000 more just now. So we're going to go back and get another load, and depending on what time it is, we may take up the remaining amount. But the good news is we are going to end this episode on a fantastic note, not because of the money in the bank, but because of what we're away to go and purchase. We did speak about fishing earlier, and that is exactly what we're away to do. We do need to take the next load up first though, so I'm going to see you in about 40 minutes once we've got this next one loaded up and we're back up here to see how much money we will have in the bank. And then we can go straight down on our way back to the farm and make the purchase. So we'll see you in a little bit at the firewood sell point again, see how much we make, and then we'll go make our purchase. Well, here we go with the second load. We'll see how, oh, we missed the full amount. Another 46 and 14. So we do have more than enough money now, and obviously we've still got another load of, not silage. In fact, silage might be ready. Or maybe not. No, not yet. Oh, I was getting excited there thinking we had quite a lot to sell. Yes, so there is another load. There's 32,000 litres. Obviously it's still being produced. We did top up onions as well. There's only 28,000 litres left, so we don't need to put any more wood in just yet. But we'll maybe, once this runs out, we will stop and maybe continue the production in about May next year. Obviously we're going to have a very big surplus of firewood. But yeah, we'll get the next load up, which isn't going to be quite the same amount of 45,000 litres. It's going to be 32, maybe 33,000 litres. We'll see when we get back to the yard, but there's still another £43,000 worth there. Onions is getting very close, but we don't need to sell onions yet. We can wait until December, till the very best price. So right now, let's go and make a purchase, and then we need to keep the fast track and this trailer hooked up because we need to go and purchase some stuff from the store and take it straight over to our new purchase. So we will see you there. In fact, before we get the purchase, let's go and grab the stuff from the store first. I was actually looking at getting a roller because we've made a good chunk of money, kind of before we thought we would. Well, let's have a quick look. There's nothing in here that we need as a small cultivator as well. Rollers we'll take a quick look at first. And there we go. So that was the one that was in the sale before. It's 6 meters. That one's a little bit too big for this map, I think. Almost 30 meters. It's just going to be, it would be a great working with, but it's going to be too awkward to get in the door, in the gates to the field. So we're not going to get that one, but this is one we are looking at. It's a bit more expensive than I initially thought, so we're going to leave that just now. But what we do need is down in animal feed. It should be here. There we go. I don't know how long this is going to last. 8 pallets is £20,000. That should last a while. That's 16,000 litres worth. Let's just get that, since we're here now, we don't have to worry about it for now. So that's £20,800. Right, we're going to get this loaded up just now, and we will see you over to make the big purchase. So we'll see you there in just a minute. Well, there's our farm just up ahead there on the right. And if we come out of this bottom junction and come round here, it's going to be just at the end of this houses. We have pointed out before, I think it was earlier in this episode actually, that white building just in the back. So it is literally around the corner from the farm. So it is not far at all to come to deliver food, to move pallets, or to distribute what we make from here. Skyfin is the name. So let's go and make this purchase. I'm just hoping it is it is the right amount. It is £95,000 and it's young fish breeding. So let's purchase that. Now we're left with £27,000. Let's see if we can get in here. We can. Fantastic. So now, I don't know if there's no light. Or there maybe is there? I don't know. There's no light switch. Let's check here. Turn on shed lights. Oh, it's just for the tanks. So now we have purchased our very first fishing part of the fishing thing we're away to do. We will get onto the offshore things, but that is going to be in a little bit of time. That does cost a serious amount of money. So let's go and put this, where would the feed go? Oh, the little icons there, it's been hiding in the building because of the light. So let's get this feed in here. I don't know how much it's going to take actually, but I'm very excited. The Christmas Day episode, and we're ending on a very fantastic note here. Putting our very first load of fish feed in. Let's see how much. Oh wow, it's taken all of it. Okay. Oh, right. So this could be a very costly thing. Right, so we need to get this started. Let's go in here to our productions. And we do have another 33, so we got 40, almost £45,000 worth of firewood still left. And obviously about 100, maybe more, maybe 125, 130,000 pounds worth of onions packed when it comes to December. So with the onions and the oats we've got in storage and the rest of the firewood, we're going to put all of that towards the loan, because I don't think we need anything apart from a roller. We do need a roller, and yeah, 27,000. We're not going to get much with that. So now to do this, we're going to do a quick working out to see which one is the better option for us. Obviously, I know the salmon sells for a better price than the trout, but we're going to see how much the difference is between the two and the feed. So let's do that. We'll come back in and we'll start this production for our very first fishing. Well, we've done our calculations and they all produce really well and they all sell really well as well. But young salmon, the second set, seems to be the one that's going to produce the most for us. The feed, I didn't anticipate this, but it's around anywhere from about £8,500 to £15,500 a month on feed alone, just for these fish. So it is really not cheap. So we do need to sell the other load of firewood now, just so we have enough to take us through the months, and because we've still got higher purchases as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate young salmon. And because we can't do anything else with it just now, because we don't have the offshore facility, we have to sell them as they are with young salmon. So if we take a quick look here, so 2,900 is the best price for young trout, and 4,900 is the best price for young salmon. But if we look here, it's 7,100 for trout. And if we can find salmon, £11,600 per 1,000 litres for fully grown salmon. So it is going to be very profitable. But now that we've got some fish in there, Oh wow, look at that. Oh, we can't use the torch in there. You can kind of see them though. Probably better wait until it's daylight. We don't want to fish for them in there, but that is fantastic. So now we have the production going. We are creating young salmon. We've already got 28 litres, 29 litres. Wow, that's going to be very quick. That's fantastic. So we have lots of fish in the making now. Let's close that door. So now we've got 37 litres. So this is going to happen really, really quickly, which is fantastic. I've noticed a little forklift over here. Can we use this? No. Oh, that would have been brilliant. Right, now we've made our first purchase. Now the only thing left to do is sell some more firewood. Let's just double check on our onions. Yeah, we'll top the onions up again before tonight's finished. Where are we here? For onions. It's at the top. Still 143,000 litres, so that's going to take a bit of time to get through. But at least we've accomplished something. We have purchased the young fish breeding production now. So a fantastic end to our Christmas Day episode. That is fantastic. We're going to wait to sell the rest of the firewood and then jump into tomorrow where, no we can't. I'm just thinking now. We can't jump into tomorrow. We need to sell the rest of the firewood since it's still a great demand. Then what we need to do is we need to go and lime our field. And because we've had such good service throughout this year, going down late at night to the store, we need to drop off a couple bags of firewood to a few different guys at the store as well, just to say thank you. And we'll get them a nice bottle of nice single malt. I think it's coming up to December, so yes, I think that's going to be ideal for them. Keeps them happy. We need to go and get, I'll leave that doors open, we'll go and get a couple more buckets, but we'll do that after. We need to go and get some more firewood sold, but I think we'll leave the episode there, ending on a really fantastic note there. The last thing we need to do is we need to check up on our cows. Still looking good, 14,800 litres of food, so still plenty of food for them. Some of them still getting their legs. Right, we'll leave it there. We're going to wait to load up the rest of these firewood, take it up to sell, and jump into tomorrow. We'll see you for the next episode tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.